Hey, who called me a liberal? Hello, everyone. I heard some people talking shit in chat. I'm here. What's up? Hi, it's October 27th. It's Halloween. It's not Halloween. Not yet. But because it is Halloween, I have the spooky mask thing. But I can't wear it because I'm modified it. Hi, hello everyone. Hello. It is October 27th, the last Sunday of the month, which means it is time to do a monthly hangout session thing. I really gotta be better with my introductions of these things, because I keep winging it every single time. Hello, my name is Mia Mulder. Welcome to my hangout stream. You probably know who I am if you're here. As you can tell from my beverage of the night, I'm in the middle of finishing up my most recent video. Does it sound weird for anyone else? Oh, it might be. Is the audio okay? Because sometimes it might compressed. Hang on. Thank you for letting me know. How about now? Is this better? Has my voice improved? Thank God. All good. Hell yeah. Sometimes, and I don't know why, but my computer does this thing where almost all of my USB ports break my microphone, and it changes. So it used to be one of my, like, USB port, I think 3, and now it's USB port number 1, which is like, what? I mean, if I don't use that, it doesn't work. Thankfully though, my career is going well, my YouTube channel is going well, everything's going pretty well. So eventually I'm hoping to upgrade to a better computer that doesn't break all the time. Hi everyone, hi, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm just gonna adjust my window so I know I have everything on my screen. Oh. Okay, so the last video we've made since we've had a talk like this is my video on internet crimes, on feminism and everything else. Sad to say, like, it's doing okay. It's not the it's not my most successful video in the world, but it's, you know, it's okay. Got, you know, I didn't post cringe because I did not lose a subscriber, although I didn't gain many either, unfortunately. But things, you know, things have been going well. Feedback on the video has been, you know, it's been pretty okay. I think maybe I could have gone further with what I wanted to say. I think I maybe kept it safe on a lot of my things when I talked about everything. And I probably could have, perhaps the title could have been better, but the video is 10 out of 10. I've heard from others in the industry that using the word feminism in the title kills it in the algorithm. But whatever. That's not. I'm not gonna sit here and navel gaze about my own performance. The point is that it was, you know, everything's going pretty okay. On the channel, status update, things are good. That's basically how I'm doing these monthly hangout things. Are things good? Answer yes. My upcoming video is coming out hopefully very soon. Some early time next week. I'm gonna try not to crash with other YouTubers doing it. Plan okay? Plan's great. I think it's the light more than anything. Because the plan is okay though. The light recently has changed in my streams because I live in Sweden and it's dark now. The darkness has come and it's not light anymore at this time, which means I have to rely 100% on my own lights. And I'm trying to set up like a kind of standard streaming setup thing, and I haven't found a good light configuration. Can we get a spooky? Oh, I can't reach the remote to change my lights. I'm sorry. Hi Mia, this is my first time on one of your live streams. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. I promise I don't drink Red Bull all the time, but it's because I'm in the middle of working, and after I do this stream, I'm gonna keep working, so I can finish up my video, because I kind of want to get it done as soon as possible. And I've had a pretty packed week. There's a lot of things have happened this month, and I'm not sure that I should talk about it too much. But let's just say that, because I'm not sure how much I want to just say, just for my own sake. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. Let's just say that like things are hopefully going to, things are looking to change a little bit in a good way, in a very good way, like in 100% good way. Don't worry. I'm not gonna rebrand or anything. I'm not gonna change anything. You're still gonna get all the same content, but there's a lot of things behind the scenes that have changed, which is going to make it a lot easier for me to make videos, and it's gonna make it a lot easier for me to be more comfortable making videos. So it's gonna be good. Love the charity thing you did this week. Yeah, I did that too. I was part of a Halloween charity stream thing that my friend does every single year, and every single year I join in, and I've joined in for good change. Sounds delightful. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I should say though, but you'll notice. You won't notice in my upcoming video, but like in future upcoming videos, you'll start to notice things, and you'll see what I mean by then. And I can talk, and then I can talk about it. But right now it's a bit early days. So. I realize I'm not saying anything. I realize I'm not saying like anything at all. All I'm doing is like, hey, I'm teasing, but I'm not teasing anything. I'm just saying things. It's a thing. My upcoming video is going to be, I can probably talk about what my upcoming video is going to be about. It's going to be about drugs, which isn't topical at all. I realized that an easy way to make a lot of clicks on YouTube and being a YouTuber is like trying to listen to what people are talking about, trying to like tap into the current discourse and just take it out. And I'm not doing that, so I'm gonna talk about drugs. No one's talking about drugs, so I'm gonna talk about drugs. YouTube is telling me to be unique. Me drug reviews. I will not do drug reviews. If someone is, if someone reports this video for drugs, just know that I'm not actually consuming any drugs. And also the video that I'm doing in the future, hopefully next week, is going to be fully educational and does not include any taking of drugs or encouragement of illegal activity. So be cool. What is my favorite drug? I'm not gonna talk about it. Micronation video when? Oh, I might do that one day actually. I might, I have a plan someday in the future to get back into, I might revisit my video on nationalism. Because the only criticism that I actually care about that I got on that video was that, I kind of mentioned it, but I could have definitely dug into it deeper, was that there are many different kinds of nationalism. And I kind of just said that like, hey, I can't really talk about them all the time, because then I'm not gonna be able to, dig into like every single type of nationalism. But there is definitely a type of like anti-imperialist nationalism that I didn't really talk about, like anti-Western, anti-capitalist nationalism, and I kind of want to get back and talk about that. I thought that I mentioned it pretty okay, but like I got some feedback that said that I could have talked about that better, so. Did Bernie release his plan for weed at 420? Oh. The upcoming video isn't the sequel to the last video. That was kind of my my plan was that I was gonna do that. Unfortunately, some things happened, and some of my plans kind of got crashed. So I'm still making a sequel to my last video. But I am, it's not my next one, but I'm making a sequel. Don't worry. It's still gonna have like a thread to it, but I still want every single video that I do to be able to stand on its own. I never want to make a part 2 of anything, ever. And a lot of people have said that like, whenever I make longer videos, they're like, hey, you can make this into like a 2-parter thing. I never want to make a 2-parter thing. Ever. That's just from my own viewpoint. Just because I prefer like one solid video over 2 solid videos, if that makes sense. And it's kind of hard to ignore too when watching like other YouTubers and seeing their videos when they have like part 1, part 2. Part 2 always has fewer views than part 1. If they have a part 3 that has even fewer views, and it just keeps going. Get part 2 into part 3. I might be a fun goof. If the politics YouTube doesn't work out, you can always do SMR. I can. Yeah, that's true. That actually, yeah, I can. I can do whatever I want. Me reviews drugs part 420. I'm not gonna review drugs. You're not gonna get that. Don't do drugs. I think you're all gonna enjoy my my next video. I think it's kind of a return to, because my last video I've tried to be a little experimental, so it's a return to form for me, which I'm more comfortable with, and it's also something that I think a lot of people like. But I'm also like pushing myself. But I'm pushing myself in other areas. Like I'm not pushing myself in terms of video themes. I'm pushing myself more on like other areas. The prequel. A prequel. That's actually funny. That would be more fun. That would be so much fun though, if I made a prequel to a video that wasn't meant to be a sequel, that wasn't meant to have a preview. That would be fun. Yeah, it would really fun. Just a 5.5-hour debate stream. Oh, debate streams. I'd love to debate someone else on my Twitch channel for no reason. Like, I would not want it to be productive, and I would want everyone watching it and talking about it during the conversation to be like, I do not want this to be productive. Just so that no one has to actually care, because I don't think Twitch debates are productive at all. That's just me. What's your favorite leftist, anti-fascist, anti-nationalist song? Oh, what's it called? Bella Ciao. Bella Ciao, obviously. Best one. Love Bella Ciao. Would happily play Goose Game if your other videos fall through. Yeah. I've somehow made affiliate on Twitch, and then I haven't streamed it. I'm such a bad Twitch streamer. Because I got affiliate on Twitch, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, heck yeah, I can do this. And then I enabled it, and then I haven't streamed at all. Like, nothing. Your videos are like ecstasy. Oh, thank you. They're not. Or should I say, how would I? No. I shouldn't tease like this. Sarah C made a good video about the pointers of these debates. Yes, it's very good. Echoes a lot of the thoughts I've had about it, about like Twitch debates, a lot. But Sarah does it far better than I have, considering they're what's it called? Like they've done proper debating, and I've done some proper debating, but like not on her level. But it might be funny, yeah. I have an idea for a thing for a future video. It's a collaboration with another YouTuber, which you might not know who that is, but it's someone that I really like, and they've agreed to help me to do not this video, but the video after the current one, and so we're gonna do that together. That's gonna be fun. Mulder Cinematic Universe. I'd love to establish a cinematic universe for myself. I'd love to do that, but like in comparison with a lot of other YouTubers, I'm like still very green. So yeah, eventually I think I'll be comfortable enough to like making characters and shit, but and I made some, and I've made some characters now, but green. Not everything is about weed, you goddamn stoners. Is that my fan base? I shouldn't say that. Every single thing I say on my streams is like, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Okay. There's a part of me that feels it's kind of counterproductive to wear my glasses in my streams, because I do that every time because I use them to see, but I don't wear them in my videos because the glare. So I really wonder what the public perception about me is. Like, whenever someone imagines my face, do they imagine my face with or without glasses? I have no idea. Disaster stoner gaze, best follower base. Influencer. The only green I care about is the plant. Yeah. That's true. My profile picture does not have my glasses. That's true. I see them very much as like tools. I don't see them as part of my aesthetic. I use them to see, to edit and to align shots. That's actually what motivated me to get glasses like to actually go and get them, because I had trouble focusing my camera lens because I couldn't see what was blurry or when it was in focus. Because to me, it just looks everything just looked blurry. So if you go back to watch some of my videos earlier, you can see that like some of them are just super blurry because I couldn't see. But now I can see. I don't know why I'm drinking. I don't know why I prefer to drink it off screen, but there's a part of me that's like, it's an energy drink. Like alcohol almost. Not, but almost. Okay. I wonder if I have like something important to say to people right now. I should probably prepare something more for these streams. Like, you know, like how Ollie reads fan mail and goes through some, you know, feedback in comments and shows them on the stream thing. I apologize once again for being such a bad YouTuber. I'm joking. I'm a great YouTuber. I'm the best YouTuber. Can you tell I've been drinking energy drink? We stand a functionalist queen. Hell yeah. I really gotta get some better lights for my streaming setup though, because this is very flat. You better acknowledge your best or else! I'm the only YouTuber. One day. Watch it! Coming for it. Other YouTubers. Oh, around. Oh god. I wish I could trigger rants in myself, but I really can't. Love Shieldstream's plant. Shieldstream's plant is great. I think he needs a soil, like, change. Because he's been in the same soil for a couple of years now, and I think he needs to be repotted. Get some nutrient. Rant about Half-Life 3 not being. Like, there's been so many rumblings about Half-Life 3 recently, and there's a significant part of me that's like, I want it to be real so bad, but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be out. It's never gonna be out. We're doomed. It's a bigger home. I don't think he needs a bigger home. I think it's fine. But he might need just like fresh soil, I think. Or some nutrient. He's doing fine though. Have you played The Outer Worlds? I have not. It seems great though. People are saying it's great, and a lot of people that whom's opinion I respect seems to think it's like super good. But I haven't played it. I haven't even looked into it that much. I was never hyped for it. And there was a part of me that was like preparing to be like, hey, this is gonna be bad. Like, it's not gonna be Fallout New Vegas. But apparently, like, it is Fallout New Vegas, but better. Apparently. I haven't tried it though. I might give it a shot, but I don't think my computer can handle it. I'm still a very scrappy. I'm still a very scrappy YouTube influencer. Give me a year or something, and I'll have a honking rendering machine that can handle Outer Worlds. Me is the Thanos of YouTube. What are the power stones though? What would be the power stones of online media? An appearance on an appearance with Joe Rogan, I guess is one of them. Being on Chapo, only one of them. Like appearances, I think. Interesting to see the green plant becoming a symbol, but what does the plant symbolize? Or doesn't have a symbol mean without meaning? I've said this a couple of times. The reason the plant has become like a thing is because in my early videos I held my plant. And that's because I didn't have a microphone stand, so I hid the microphone in the plant. But because of that, like, so it kind of became a meme by accident. And it doesn't have any meaning, but we love it. We love this plant. I love the plant anyway. It's one of the plants that has survived with me the longest too since I went to university, so I kind of like it. Have you seen Swedish Fucking Normal? Yes, it's really good. Show Me Love in English is really good. You should watch that. It's so good. Classic. Was New Vegas actually good? I like New Vegas. Mostly for the story though. But like I played it once and I've kind of had a hard time getting back into it, so. Each power stone would set for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Ah, damn. Road Jogan. Name the plant. We had a name for the plant. I don't remember what it is. Shit. Wasn't it something like... Wasn't it something normal? Like, incredibly normal? Like, just, like, Josh or something? It wasn't Josh, but it was, like, Greg. It was something, and it was kind of a small pun or something. I don't remember. It had a name a while back called H-Bomber Plant, because Harry did the voice for a plant in a video that I made. Just for a goof on its own, and I have no idea why I did it. I just wanted it to be there. George. Yours. Plan to get a YouTube channel. If I do that, all my subscribers are gonna leave for that, and I'll lose my subscribers. I love that the plant can't be affected by our standing. Yes. The plant is immune from all drama. Fern. I kind of love it more. Yeah. Good plant boy. Herb is good. Herb is good. I actually have two plants, and they look almost identical. Sometimes I've been swapping them out, and people haven't noticed. I can tell the difference between them, but I haven't named them, but I can tell the difference. I know which one is which. I have two identical plants, so you know there's enough names. Eventually, I'm probably gonna get more because these plants are like very resilient. They're very pretty. They're easy to maintain. They don't require much sunlight. They survive the winters. Like I love these plants, and I want to get more of them. Good plant boy. Herman's body double. channel that's just a plant in colored lighting with chill tunes. I could do that as a live stream someday, actually. I could do that. Could be my version of the Skeleton Crew one day if I do like a big charity thing. If I do a big stream and whenever I need a Skeleton Crew for a future stream that I do, the plant would probably take my place. Plant Crew. I always wondered, do you by any chance speak other languages besides Swedish and English? I speak some Dutch, not a lot. I can read Old German, and I can kind of understand German, a little bit. But beyond that, not really. I studied French in high school and like middle school, but I never got anywhere with it. I completely forgot all of it instantly. Because I'm a language baby. Can I say something in Dutch? Well, I mean, the only relevant thing to say in Dutch is like, ik verstaat je niet. Which is, I think, I don't understand you. Which is, and then I usually say that, and then I switch back to the thing. The thing is, like, I can understand Dutch pretty well when my family speaks it, because I'm half Dutch. But I'm such a bad like Hollander, as my family says. Tu parles français? Non. Je suis non parle français. What do you like most or least about English? English is a language that has not enough. German understanding, du hast posted cringe, du hast lost subscribers. Can we adjust this? That does not look good. Kind of want to rise. Camera, rise. We can sit up more straight while still being in frame. I'm just hunched. I don't want to be hunched while streaming. Why do I order the Song of Ice and Fire books like I do? Do I order them at all? Oh! Yeah, there's no order to them. I just have them the way I do. For some reason I have 2 copies, and I don't know why. I just do. Always have. Have I been to the Netherlands before? Yeah. Many times, yeah. I have a lot of family. Yes, I absolutely love your hair. Thank you. My hair has been a mess lately. Honestly. I'm trying to think if there's like don't I usually like talk news or something? There haven't been a lot of news for the channel. Like it's been a very like slow and casual month, like in a good way. Like I feel like yeah, the last couple of weeks have been a very routine in a good way. you know, I reached a point where like I'm really close to like upgrading everything that I do, basically, but not quite. I mean, I'm in a weird place where it's like it just goes humming along before I can kind of upgrade to the next step. If you forget Twitter, it says, "Oh yeah, well fuck Twitter." Twitter is a cursed hellscape from which there is no return. So when am I running for president? No clue. Do I use any products? I just use shampoo and conditioner. But you know, you shouldn't use shampoo too much because it dries your hair and it dries your scalp too. So you shouldn't use that too much. Like you should allow your hair to become kind of greasy sometimes, just a little bit, because your hair produces like your scalp produces natural oils, and the hair needs that. The hair likes that. And if you wash it too much, it goes away. And then the hair becomes dry and frizzy and doesn't like that. But if you let it become a bit oily and you like use conditioner more than you use shampoo, you know, then it works out. I also don't brush my hair unless I have an event to go to, so I don't brush it every day, which some people think it's kind of like gross. I kind of think I think it helps like maintain my volume, cause yeah, I think the thing with my hair is that I have a lot of volume in my hair, and I think a lot of people, when they brush it over and over again, like several times a day, every single day, then you know that I think that damages the hair. Any thoughts on the new Canadian government? Isn't it just the same government but in minority? Have you used the mousse? I've used mousse. I'm not a fan. How long does it take to grow long hair? No idea. I've always had long hair my entire life, so I have no idea if I have no idea how long hair takes to grow, because it's always been long. That's the same song again. How could LeftTube/BreadTube support climate justice? I think the closest thing that we can get to do that, like as YouTubers, is like educating people on how to affect political change and how to do that. But at the end of the day, like YouTubers, like individual people as a community, I have no idea, because I think that I'm kind of inherently disconnected from the BreadTube community, simply because I am a YouTuber. And like that just places me on a specific other like viewpoint than where a lot of fans are coming from. And I think that as YouTubers, I think we can only educate, but at the end of the day, like we are YouTubers. Like we're not political leaders, and we're not political activists in that way. You know, some are, and you know, I've done political activism like privately in my life a lot. And eventually sometime in the future, I'd love to get into like actual real politics. But and you know, then there's things to do there. But I think just educating, I think, is probably the best thing that we as YouTubers can do. Not necessarily talking about climate change in itself, but like talking about how to affect political change overall. Because the thing about climate change and climate justice is, it's not just about like lowering CO2 output. It's a bunch of different interconnected political spheres where so no matter what you do, you're gonna like affect what people think, how people think about climate. And when you think about, you know, because yeah. May's Queen, yes. Agreed. Don't know how it could. It's a pretty systemic issue. I think there can be an effect. I just think that we all need to know what we can do to do it, and then do that thing. Like, I don't think that I could lead a climate change protest, because that's not what I do. I think that I maybe could talk about, like, you know, I could make a history about the history of climate activism, or the history of like modern power, like electrical power generation, and why that means we're fucked now. Like I could make something like that. But beyond that, I'm not sure what we could do. What I could do anyway. Hey, you're doing Fallout sometime. Yeah, I'm gonna finish Fallout. I am gonna play Fallout. Because I'm playing Fallout New Vegas on Twitch, but I haven't played it in like a month. Last I know, I was done in the city that had been burned down by the Legion, and I'm just about to head to Novak. So I'm still early, but I am gonna do it. I've just been so busy this month. Like, this month has been so busy for me. The skeleton crew runs for office. I was a live stream. I was a you know, I was a guest for an hour and a half ish. It was good. I think they raised something around like $2,000, and that's fun. It's also fun for me because I get to like meet you know, friends and acquaintances and things like that. Fun fact. Oh yeah, fun fact. Another guest on the live stream there is Matilda Smedius, who does the voice for crap. The Swedish Overwatch character that's a girl with the shield and the flail thing. Yeah, so she's there, and we know of each other. And it's, you know, it's fun to meet her, and it's fun to like meet other like Swedish. Bridget, yeah, the voice actor of Bridget. Like, I met her, and when, you know, I met her before. You know, other people in like the Swedish, in the Swedish gaming community, which I used to be a part of, and I'm not a part of it anymore. But you know, I'm still invited, and it's fun to hang out with like old friends and stuff like that. We're doing okay. I'm doing great. The really great essay on complexity of politics behind this called Selling Extinction. I may have linked it before. Maybe. What do you think of the British Extinction Rebellion purposely getting this out of jail? It seems a bit counterproductive activism. Not always. Like, there is a point in like people that can afford to be arrested to kind of, if they can't do anything else, there's a point in like voluntarily overburdening or like putting a strain on the justice system. People that can afford to do it. Like, obviously policing in the justice system is pretty bad when it comes to like minorities, when it comes to like all sorts of minorities, really. When it comes to poor people who can afford to get themselves arrested, and people who don't mind getting arrested. There is a point there to like take up clerical work, to just create paperwork for authorities, for them to just be like, this is bothersome. That is an actual thing they can do. Obviously, there are other things to do, and there are definitely other things that should be done. And it's not, and I don't necessarily think it's the best way to go about things, but you know, there are, there is a thing there. George Monbiot is maybe the most famous. Purposely got himself jailed during a protest. Yeah, like he wrote about it in The Guardian. Like, it's something that you can do. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with that, and like people don't have to do that. And I don't suggest that anyone would encourage anyone else to do that. But you know, if some person who like is really into being arrested, then you know, I'm not gonna stop them. I wouldn't do it, but there is a point to be made there, even if I don't agree with it. Are the Swedes who really sound like Torbjorn? Some people. I've met people who talk like this. I have met many people who talk like this in this language. There are plenty of Swedes that talk like this. They are not usually on the internet, and they are not usually in the nerd circles like we are. But they are definitely around, and they definitely exist. Disagree, don't get yourself arrested. Yeah, I mean, not everyone's gonna agree with that, but like, you know. I started getting people without immigration paperwork thrown out of the UK with this. Yeah, like, those are people, yeah, but that's also like the point that I said earlier, like people that can afford to be arrested, people without immigration paperwork, people who don't, you know, immigrants, minorities, they should not do this, because the police will not treat them well. When I'm thinking people who can't afford to do it, I'm thinking like, you know, rich people, famous people, people with privilege that can afford to do it effortlessly. Because if they can do that, then that puts a statement, and that puts a thing. But because they will not be victims of the police apparatus. But if people are victimized under the police apparatus by doing this, then they shouldn't do it. If Extinction Rebellion is doing this, then they're bad. But I think that speaks for itself. This is a new way of using privilege for good allyship. It's not new at all. People have been doing this for hundreds of years. Like rich people like sacrificing, like symbolic sacrificing themselves for a movement has happened for hundreds of years, for many different things. It's not new. I wouldn't argue that it's the most efficient way of doing things, but it has been done, and like people do it. You remember Robaz, and if so, is he your secret future collaborator? I do not know who Robaz is. Maybe I've heard the name. If it's another YouTuber, I'm sorry. There's many of us now. I can't keep up. Yeah, Jane Fonda and Ted Danzig got arrested for climate protesting. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's something that you can do. There's also like yeah. Has to be a lot of privilege, so even if you are middle class and white, getting arrested can be real damaging. Yeah, like it's a cost benefit analysis, but like the point that I was making in the beginning was that in certain circumstances there is a point where the benefit outweighs the cost. Not for everyone, not for a lot of people. Or sometimes. It's not a universal negative thing. I'm gonna Google Robus. If I know this person in real life, I'm gonna be so... I do not know who this is. Or maybe I do? No, I don't. Gamer/chef. I'm kind of out of date when it comes to a lot of things. I know Simon Gich does love a lot of her creations, yeah. Simon Gich is really good. Makes robots. Trying to come up with like, isn't that usually things I talk about, like other things? Like it's future streams, it's things I've planned. Oh, God, I'm tired. I shouldn't be tired. I'm drinking the power juice. Speedy liquid. Wrong windpipe. Oh God. Yeah, listen, we all know cops are bad. Like, we don't need, yeah. Define trans healthcare as something not talked about enough as a burden. We care alongside other struggles, like being more informed than has doctors. Some people, sorry. I think trans healthcare is important. I once started a like an activism group specifically to tackle trans healthcare and talk about that. And I think it's important. I'm not super sure how like, obviously we should talk about it, but I'm not sure when we would talk about it. Because if I make videos talking about trans healthcare, then people are gonna label me, for example, like a trans YouTuber. If I talk about that, then if I talk about it on Twitter or whatever, people are gonna label me a trans activist. Where, you know, accessible, easy, well-funded healthcare is something that should be universal and something that like we should talk about. Like, there's definitely specific issues related to specifically trans people and trans activism, or like trans healthcare. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's really complicated. I'm probably gonna talk about it in the future. I've already made videos talking, like, mentioning things around it. But also because like every single country has its own like unique problems, it's really hard to like have an international discourse around it. So it's very national. Like Sweden's discussion on trans healthcare is very, very Swedish, and does not apply to other countries like at all. simply because there are different laws and different things. I didn't mean to hijack your stream. Don't worry, it's a Hangout stream. No rules, just right. There's no rules here. We can do whatever we want. Also, someone did ask me a while ago. I think I lost it. I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah. So Alex asked in chat, how are the hormones treating you now that I'm back on them? They're treating me wonderfully. Because I'm back, baby. First half of the month, like, they're still like, because I've been ramping them up back to normal levels, and I've been there's been you know, I've been still like, there's still been an adjustment period that's still going on, just because I've been like slowly ramping it up. So that's been fun to deal with. But now, like, the last couple of like weeks, last couple of weeks, I've been pretty good. Like, I've been back, you know, I've been productive. I've been able to work properly, because during the adjustment thing, you feel like you're hungover all the time. Like, constantly you feel like you're hungover, and you don't want that. That's not really conducive to creative work. But now I'm back, and I'm drinking Red Bull, so hyping up that brain. You say you're into drugs, but you're high on that estrogen. Oh, I shouldn't say what I was about to say. We shouldn't say it. Endo appointment in a week. Heck yeah. Shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it. I refuse. There are no rules. There are my rules. The rules in my mind. That was constantly fatigue for 2 months. Yeah, the thing with hormones is that, like, they knock you out for a while. It takes a while for your body to get adjusted to them, and you get tired. Which is why it's important, if you take hormones with, like, if you're in the chat and you take hormones, remember to take them every single day, otherwise you will get tired. Because there's a lot of trans people out there, and they don't take their medication every single day. Like, they skip a day, like a week or 2 days a week every now and then, because they're tired and don't want to do it, and then they get even more tired, and then they take your medication every single day. Say it. Won't. FFS appointment on the 8th. Congratulations. Roll initiative. Fuck. What were the mental effects of hormones like, if you don't mind me asking? It's different for everyone. I just feel calmer. Yeah. It feels normal. Like, but like me, okay, I've been on hormones for like 7 years. Soon. 7 years soon. I forgot. So for me, it's just normal. For me, it's a standard. But that means that, like, when I stopped for my fertility thing a few months back, that became weird. Say it. I will not. No more disrespectful libido, calmer mentally, yeah. Haven't missed a single day, good job. Disrespectful libido. Me get book recommendations. I don't really got any book recommendations. I never do. I have such a hard time recommending books for people. I mean, this month, what I've been reading for research is the Quran and the UN report on drug abuse from 2017. So I can definitely recommend those two. It's a good night read. The Quran is actually really interesting. I like reading the Quran. Although, to be fair, I only read very specific snippets from it for my video on drugs. It's not a lie, it's true. I really should be better, like, I should start writing down, like, my bibliography for my videos things, because I have them, and it kind of feels like Ollie has them too, but he actually talks about it. And he, like, shows the entire bibliography. And it gives him so much rep, and I feel like I should do that so I can like get into his territory, so he's not the only YouTuber who must read books. I also read books. I just don't keep track because I'm really bad. Again, I'm a bad YouTuber. I'm not. The Quran report on drug abuse. Listen, the Quran says a lot of things about drugs. It actually does. Academics are a scam. Whenever I try to, like, assemble a bibliography thing or, like, source anything ever about anything, like, when I have to source a meme, I get, like, flashbacks from academia where it's like, huh, has to be in the right order, otherwise my professor will hate me, and I have to rework it. A survey. Thus the Quran says, don't do drugs, kids, pretty much. Are you ready for what tomorrow brings us? Because I sure ain't. We're talking about Ollie's new video? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what it's gonna be like. I have no idea how it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it, and then, depending on his takes, either criticize him or be like, hey, good video. Most likely I'll see it, think it's good, and then, yeah. I feel like Ollie's using the bibliography to make people read more non-cis white male European writers. That's a pretty good use of it, I think. I also think that, like, Ollie has a research assistant, which really helps when it comes to, like, doing that type of thing, like just assembling that information. If I could afford a research assistant, I would definitely be more comfortable doing that, but I can't really afford to do that right now. If my video, if you know, once my channel become big. Then yeah, beige. Fame's gonna go into his head. Not real bad, but some inflation. How do you feel about it? But you could get a researcher in Upwork for like a couple of bucks an hour. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe having a an assistant for that type of things for like a day or two a month, and I could probably afford that. But I'd like, you know, I'd want them to be fairly paid for their work. I'd want them to feel comfortable doing that, and I'd love to, you know, I'd like them to feel as comfortable as possible. I just don't want to hire someone random. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to actually like have someone who wants to do it, but also feels that they are, you know, entitled to a good wage, and I want to be comfortable giving them that. But you know, yeah, maybe like a day or so, maybe a day or two. It would be nice to maybe hire someone to just brainstorm with for like a day. I could do that probably. Like work on an outline of a script for like a day or two, and then I take it from there. But they help me with that. Maybe we'll see. I might do a trial run sometime in December or something, depending on how my income is going. Have you seen Innuendo Studios' newest 40-minute monster? Is that how to radicalize a normie? I'm gonna do a quick Google. So, studios. Yeah, it's really good. Hey, Alice. Welcome to the stream. It's announced that Ben Shapiro's novel today, and it was terrifying. That's everything that Ben Shapiro does. You should destroy all with facts and logic. If I try to... Oh no! No! I was just about to say, like, if I try to destroy Ollie with facts and logic, Ollie will destroy me in turn. Annihilate me. Instantly. Oh, God. If you want to brainstorm, just find another YouTuber and both help each other brainstorm back and forth. Yeah, I really gotta be better, like, reaching out to other YouTubers. Like, I gotta improve with that. I'm here for this battle of wits. Yeah, I know I gotta get better with, like, reaching out to other YouTubers and stuff like that, but... so far, no offense, I'm doing pretty good. By the way, can someone in chat confirm to me that the Jordan Peterson and his daughter's meat diet book, the cover for that, can someone confirm to me that that's real? Because it looks horrific. I gotta see if I can get a picture of it. Oh god, this is the worst cover in the world. Speaking of books, is all I'm saying. Okay, hang on. Can I get the thing to work? There we go. This thing. Is this real? Speaking of books, I'm sorry, but I had to. Reached out all the way across the North Sea by coming to the UK. I'm planning on coming to the UK, but the thing is, Brexit. Listen, I'd love to be, like, I wanted to come this month. Like, I wanted to, like, visit London this month, but it's like, I have no idea if Brexit is happening or not, and everyone is confused about it, and I don't want to get stuck in, like, the UK without a visa if I accidentally need one. It's real. It can't be real. I'm to our capital island. I just gotta find out Brexit. Remake of the Terminal starring Mia. Exactly. I've been to the UK a couple of times and it's great. But it's like, excuse me, I need to go bathe in napalm. Do you have any predictions, hopes on what's going to happen? My prediction and hopes about Brexit is that I think it's a 50-50 chance between either it's Brexit on October 31st, and they have a deal now, right? Like, they have a kind of deal. They're just talking about implementation. I think either it's going to be like hard Brexit October 31st, and then it's going to ease into a soft Brexit somehow when like everything is implemented. Or it's gonna get delayed, and then it's never gonna end. Like, more laws are gonna pass. Everything in Parliament is gonna be horrifying. You know, I've been watching parliamentary debates for fun. Oy. What's the Terminal? Yeah, exactly. As August says, The Terminal is a film about a man who gets stuck in an airplane terminal for years and years and years because I think like his country collapses or something, or he's not allowed to leave, but he's also not allowed to like go back. There's a deal, but they can't get it through Parliament. Oh, okay. I think it's 50-50 between October 31st chaos or prolonged chaos. Either way, I would prefer like anything. But I still want to visit sometime before the year's up, because I think that would be fun. The left wing amendment means we won't leave on the 31st without a deal. I mean, you might. Problem watching parliamentary debate live is they have no custom emotes. I don't think we're too far away from getting that. Speaking of which, does Bernie Sanders have custom emotes? Because he has a Twitch channel too now. Donald Trump has a Twitch channel now. Speaking of, does he have custom emotes? Have I been to the US? I've never been outside of Europe. Hopefully next year I'm gonna be able to go to the US. Thankfully, thanks to my fun and cool preppy job on youtube.com, I have a pretty like stable and secure, like actually more than I've had before in my life. I have a like pretty secure life situation right now, which means I'm probably going to be safe enough to travel to the US. I just gotta get some stuff done before that. But thankfully, like, things are good. If Bernie Sanders win the elections and the chat goes wild. I was talking to a friend the other day about how a lot of people dislike the EU, right? And Brexit is like a lot of what's it called? like wanting to leave the EU parties and advocates and activists and stuff like that, most of them are racists or like Nazis or far right figures speaking against the EU on a very nationalist basis. But it's okay, yeah, leaving the EU is kind of fucked up because of the people who support it. But also, isn't it kind of fucked up how it's almost impossible to leave the EU? Because like this is the first time that someone has tried, and it's almost impossible. And sure, I get it. Like a lot of it is because of weird how the UK is doing it, which is bad. But also, like, isn't it kind of weird how it's like really weird that you can't leave? That is really, really hard to leave the European Union. Like many many liberal institutions, it's better than what came before, but far from ideal. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. The EU is the best thing we've had so far in Europe. That's thanks to Patreon and not YouTube .dystopia. Yeah, that's true. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting me on my work. But this is a public stream, so I don't want to be too much. I don't want to focus too much on my Patreon thing. And also, people support me on Patreon because I do YouTube videos, and so I feel, yeah. But that's true. I should give credit where credit's due. Like, my life is as good as it is right now, as stable as it is right now, thanks. Like 95% in thanks to my patrons. But everyone who watches my videos and everyone who leaves a comment and everyone who joins in the chat, like everyone is supporting that and supporting the entire machinery that keeps me going. So everyone, I love you all. Really. We don't dislike you. We think you're cool. Oy, oy. Remember the League of Nations? We should go back to that, yeah. The League of Nations was great. Never had any issues. At all. Speaking of the League of Nations, I'm just like the League of Nations. I'm hopped up on Red Bull and have to work throughout the night before everything in my life collapses. That's, I don't know what that analogy was, but in 10 minutes I am going to finish the stream, and then I am going to do my final reshoots for my final video, which is about drugs, and then I'm going to hopefully edit and work on that. Looks like Ollie is in the same position. Gotta go and put the finishing touches on my enormous musical for tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Ollie. Break a leg tomorrow. Is it necessary to unite the Earth under a democratic global government to abandon nationalism and solve climate change? Not necessarily. I think the UN minus Security Council and with more, at the same time, more authority, but also more oversight. Like, so more people have a say in what the fuck is going on in the UN. I think that's probably the weird thing. League of Nations took Åland from Sweden. No, they didn't take it from us. They just made sure that we couldn't take it from Finland. For people who don't know what this is referencing, the League of Nations, Sweden was kind of like, because Åland has a large Swedish minority. It's entirely Swedish. And it's a semi-autonomous part of Finland, but it's Swedish. Like the people there are Swedish, and you know, between the First and Second World War, there was a lot of people talking about like, hey, people who speak the same language and belong to the same people should belong to this one nation. You know, one nation, one nation, one language, one people. Which definitely never became a problem at all for any country in Central Europe whatsoever. So Sweden was like almost kind of mobilizing for war against Finland to take back Åland. But then the League of Nations stepped in and was like, no, and do that. But instead, what happened was that Åland became demilitarized, and Åland became a very autonomous part of Finland, but they got like autonomy. So, and now, because of the EU, Finland and Sweden both being members, like Åland is practically as part of Sweden, but not really. Like their political parties are the same as Swedish political parties, and not the Finnish ones. But they also have, you know, a Russian minority and a Finnish minority on the islands. So. What's the drug laws where you are? Harsh. Very harsh. Like incredibly harsh. I'm gonna talk about that in my video. Just a little bit, but the laws in yeah, Swedish drug laws are incredibly harsh. To a fault, I think. But I'm gonna be talking about that in the video coming in a couple of days. Are Swedish alcohol laws still harsh though? I mean, you can only buy alcohol at the government store, so in that sense, kind of yeah. But in the same, you know, you need to be 20 to buy it home. You need to be 18 to buy it in a bar. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's harsh, but not super harsh when it comes to alcohol. When it comes to drugs, it's incredibly harsh, super harsh though. Your video going to mention Portugal? Partially, yes. It's also going to mention the Netherlands. Yeah. I'm gonna be talking, yeah. You'll see. What I'm gonna talk about most though is the war on drugs. That's kind of the angle that I'm hitting it on. You'll see tomorrow though, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Relations will always be important for identity. Brexit brought many uncomfortable questions like British versus Scottish, European versus British. I don't think nations will be always important for identity. Certainly hasn't been. Nationality being important for personal identity is a very new thing, less than 200 years old. And some people will argue that it's the best that we've got so far, because what we had before that was like not identity to a country, but like identity to a feudal lord, kind of, or a king, or a local lord, or like something like that. So it's will you consider hosting a live stream party for Eurovision? Never in my life am I going to do a hosting party for Eurovision. If another YouTuber is doing it and I'm invited, I'll go, but I'll never host one. No, that's never gonna happen. I'm so sorry, but no. Are Swedish politicians campaigning for the weed? No. Not at all. There's no political party, no politicians talking about it at all. It's an entirely dead subject here. Drugs are entirely taboo, and you know, okay, I guess I can talk about it here because I'm gonna be talking about it in the video too. So you better watch the video when it comes out. So you better not watch it because I talked about it here. But like a lot of countries have, you know, laws against selling drugs and having drugs, and there are different tiers of punishment for that. But Sweden also has punishments. It's also illegal to consume drugs. So you're not allowed to have consumed it. So if you've taken a drug in Sweden, like hours and hours ago. Cops grab you and they test you and they find out like, hey, you've taken a drug. Even if you don't have anything on you, and even if you don't have like you have nothing to sell, there's nothing on you at all, you've still committed a crime because it's in your blood. That's illegal. Unless you can prove that you took it, that you consumed it in a country where it is illegal, but with most things it's not. But like it's come up with weed, for example, because some people smoke weed in the Netherlands where it is legal, and then they travel to Sweden back, and then yeah. What if you were drugged? It's judged by case basis, as most things are. And that will usually, I've heard that it usually like gets you off because they can't prove that you did it. But sometimes there's gonna be like, there's a panel of judges that judges you on that, and if they don't believe you, then you're fucked. It's illegal because it's in your blood. That sounded dystopian. Sweden is interesting. Sweden is incredibly liberal on many things, and incredibly conservative on other things. There's no middle ground in Sweden. Will your new video feature anything Halloween related? Please get a pumpkin and hold like you had the plant. I will not. I'm sorry. It's not Halloween related. There's nothing in it. And I've already shot like 90% of the footage. So there won't be a pumpkin. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, damn, 54 people watching. This is quite a lot. More than I'm used to, because I'm used to being a scrub. I shouldn't demean myself that much. I've been getting bad at that. I've been doing that a lot recently. Like self-deprecating jokes. I shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Be positive. Love yourselves. Okay. If you have any final things to say, be sure to type it in chat and I'll try to respond to as much as I can. Because I'm going to be ending the stream in a minute or so, like very soon. So what I have to say, yeah, next video is going to come up soon, like in a couple of days. My initial hope is Tuesday. My original goal was last Monday, but that didn't go, obviously, because it's not out. But hopefully on Tuesday it's going to be out. Worst case Thursday. It's going to be out this month, don't worry. Because, unfortunately I did not make enough. I didn't make back time like I hoped that I would do this month because I've been kind of late. But 4 weeks between videos, that's that's the standard, and I think I'm keeping to that standard. Moderately okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing that, and then next stream. Yeah, next stream is gonna be November 10th. And that will be a Patreon exclusive stream for people, for patrons $5 or above. Because for them I have a twice a month Patreon Ask Me Anything video thing where I try to answer as many questions as I can. I also if you want to meet the local dinners when you're visiting the Netherlands, I hope you'll announce it. If I visit the Netherlands, yeah. I'm not sure I will, but I might. If I said that I will, I might have misspoken. Yeah. Beginning of next month, I'll also post the schedule on Patreon. That's public for like when all the streams are. Okay, yeah, okay, so now I'm going to run down chat, and when I reach the bottom of the chat, I'm going to end the stream. And I'm sorry there wasn't a big round today, but I hope everything is okay. We got some nice music in the background. We're all cool. We're all nice. We're all... And I should also say, before I start reading the chat to like reach the bottom and leave, I should also say, like, I'm really thankful for all of you for watching these hangouts, for coming to, you know, for coming to my streams, to coming to my, watching my videos, you know, asking me stuff on everywhere. And it's really, it means a lot to me, and I'm really glad for that. I'm hesitant to, like, you know, I don't want to encourage personal relationships, obviously, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know that sometimes I get a bit angry when people like take it too far. But as a creator, I'm really happy that I have such good fans. I hope by phrasing it that way, it makes it okay. Okay, quick rundown of chat. Do Swedes learn English in primary school? Yes, we do. I think in the 3rd grade. We start, and then we study it forever. And remember, it's okay to not get things out on time. We'll be here waiting. Remember to take care of yourself. I will. Speaking of that, by the way, like, I'm not too aware. I only want to keep a video every 4 weeks to myself. My video on transsexualism took 6 weeks, and it's my most popular video, like, ever. You know, in terms of like views over time. So like, and that brought me great success on both Twitter, like on all the platforms. Muy caliente. And so like, that took 6 weeks. So like, I know that taking my time with something is more important than rushing something. Always. Quality over quantity. Always. Are you a retired model now, or would you be down for some work in the future? I mean, I'm retired in the sense that I don't work as a model anymore, and I haven't worked for a significant amount of time. But if someone came with me, you know, if I make it huge on YouTube and people want to have me in a photo shoot or something, I'm probably gonna do it. If someone gave me a good offer for like a worthy cause, I'd probably do it. Just for something fashion though, like working exclusively as a model and not as... And if it wasn't like promotion or something like for my own channel or something related, I'm not sure I would do it. Just fashion modeling, I'm kind of done with that. Unless it's a really good offer, like if someone offered to pay me a lot of money for it. Yeah. Need to invest some footage. Good luck with your next video. Thank you, Alice. Thanks for dropping by. If we keep the chat going, yeah. We're happy you're creating content. Love your stuff. Thank you. Drink water. Drink. Take your meds, yeah. And I think that's it. And the song ended perfectly. Okay. I'm gonna say goodbye from me, and I'll see you hopefully on Tuesday. Because I think that's my, yeah. That's probably when it's gonna come out. Hopefully. Or Wednesday, something like that. Okay. Goodbye.